This is the Red Sox POSTCAST, your instant game reaction for the Boston Red Sox, part of the Locked On Podcast Network. Your team every day.
Well, that was hard to watch in the beginning, but it was certainly worth the wait as Rafael Devers walks it off in the bottom half of the ninth inning. Home run, one big swing of the bat, boom, 4-game losing streak is over. With that, we welcome you into our latest Locked On Red Sox postcast. I'm Steve Lennox, longtime play-by-play announcer and storyteller. I've done interviews, great interviews with Theo. Yes, that Theo Epstein, Buck O'Neill, Bobby Thompson, who at the shot heard around the world, the Iron Man, Cal Ripken Jr., George Brett. I'll go on. Johnny Damon, Terry Francona, Hall of Famer Jim Palmer, country music legend Garth Brooks, Terry Cashman, Sharon Robinson, the daughter of Jackie Robinson, and then Senator from Massachusetts, John Kerry, and plenty more. We are providing reaction to every Red Sox game on the Locked On Red Sox YouTube channel, as well as the Locked On Red Sox podcast feed. You know the podcast feed for Locked On Red Sox is free and available wherever you get your podcast. On our latest Locked On Red Sox postcast, we're going to discuss Lucas Giolito and the Sox falling behind early against the Atlanta Braves. It was looking like a fifth straight loss and a clincher for the series on Saturday night at Fenway for the Atlanta Braves. That didn't happen. Bullpen was terrific. Offense comes alive against the Braves bullpen late, and Rafael Devers ends it with his first career walk-off home run at the big league level in the bottom of the ninth inning. As always, we do want to hear from you. Our everydayers and our first-timers. Join the conversation watching live with us on the Locked On Red Sox YouTube channel. First, thank you. Hit that comment button. Join the conversation. You've got to be happy about this one. You can also hit me up. I'm on the X at Lennox on Baseball. Questions, comments, or concerns. Our latest Locked On Red Sox postcast brought to you by Game Time. Download the Game Time app. Create your account. Use code LOCKEDONMLB for $20 off on your first purchase. So Lucas Giolito does not get the job done. Kind of a clunker. And his second clunker in 2 starts at Fenway Park. But the Red Sox, their largest come-from-behind win of the season, and their losing streak at 4 in a row ends at 4 in a row.
This is what you'll be talking about.
And largest comeback win of the season for the Red Sox. Down 5-0 in this game, down 6-2, as Giolito gave up that run in the 4th inning. Went 4 innings. Jarren Duran had a big night at the plate, 2-run home run in the 3rd to make it, at the time, a 5-2 ball game. And then Giolito gave that, it's a 3-run game. The Red Sox lead the majors in 3-run home runs. But they haven't hit a grand slam since 2023. It's been a long time. In fact, the number of days between the last grand slam and the Red Sox still going is part of their daily game notes at this point in time. But the Red Sox got 2 in the 7th inning, 2 in the 8th inning. Duran coming through with that 2-run single, tying the game up at 6, caught stealing. You had to go. You had to go in that situation. But I just thought, this game probably ends in the bottom of the 9th inning. This is one of those nights. And a tip of the cap to the crowd at Fenway Saturday night. That's a ball game that you want to be at. And the crowd was terrific. Chapman threw a lot of pitches in that top of the 9th inning. But the bullpen, a big part in helping the Red Sox come back late in this game. You have not seen this in a while. But they get 2 runs in the 7th, 2 runs in the 8th inning, and then the walk-off home run by Rafael Devers in the bottom half of the 9th inning. This is sort of Atlanta right now, because they're back to 500. The win on Friday night, the first time this season they've been over 500. The Red Sox get to within a game of 500. Now you win the series on Sunday. I had it on Fox, on the computer. I had it on radio with Will Fleming and Lenny DiNardo, first WEEI reference, and Will Fleming basically called it. Pierce Johnson throws breaking balls a majority of the time. It's a very high percentage. And Devers just absolutely hit a bomb to right field, disappearing over that short wall in right. And good for Rafael Devers, great for the Red Sox. Because this is a defining moment perhaps for Rafael Devers for the season. Has he put up good numbers after getting off to an atrocious start at the plate? Yes. 3-hit game, 2 RBIs, walk, so on base 4 times in this game. And Jarren Duran also delivering big time for the Red Sox at the top of the order, 2 base hits, 4 runs batted in. As those 2 guys go at the top, and it's not all on Duran, it's not all on the shoulders of Rafael Devers. It's those 2 guys together. 5 hits, 6 RBIs, 3 runs scored, and on base 6 times. Those guys have to be consistent. They've been consistently inconsistent to this point of the season through the first 47 games. But you take this series on Sunday, and now you're feeling good. But, oh, boy, did you feel bad early on. I mean, you were looking 0-2 to start this 10-game homestand, the longest of the season, with Lucas Giolito just not pitching well in this one. You're down 3-0, 4 batters in. Second straight game where the Red Sox starter gives up back-to-back home runs. Olson, after a walk, 2-run home run. Ozuna, who can be dangerous, hit one 4-17. 4 batters in, you're down 3-0. And then Baldwin homered in the third as well. But the bullpen, Devers the hero, yes. But the bullpen, Bernardino. I like that they got him back in there. Sort of a situation where, you want a scoreless inning out of him. You want him to rebound after walking 2 batters with the bases loaded on Friday night in the 9th inning behind Liam Hendricks and allowing 2 inherited runs to score, charged a Hendricks record. But Bernardino, scoreless 5th inning. Nick Birdie pitching 2 innings, gives up 4 hits, walks a batter, but didn't allow a run. And how about Jarren Duran? Not only a great night at the plate, but also in this game as well, Duran keeping it a 6-2 ball game as he threw out Alex Verdugo at the plate for the final out in the 6th inning. Kept it a 6-2 ball game at that point in time. And then later in the game, Will Fleming really, really tagged on with Alex Verdugo. I think it was in the 7th inning. Yeah, Verdugo's throw to the plate. Rafael Devers, RBI single. Verdugo throws to the plate, and Devers takes second. And Will Fleming got all over the former Red Sox outfielder Alex Verdugo. Why? Because we've seen Verdugo do that before, allowing that runner at first to take second base. And he got on him. He basically was anticipating that. So after that, Bregman comes in, RBI double, 2 across in the frame, but then down 4-2 Campbell, fly out, Abreu ground out. But the 2 runs in the 8th inning, and I'll give credit, Abraham Toro, guy I've said doesn't belong in the big leagues, has shown nothing, got things going in the bottom of the 8th inning, a 1-out double. I'm giving you a lot here to tell you that this was a team victory across the board. This team, and I've said it, and I've clamored about it for a long time, Bernardino did not pick up Hendricks in the 9th inning on Friday. But the Red Sox as a whole, the bullpen and the offense really picked Lucas Giolito up. On this night, deserving of a loss. 4 innings, 6 earned runs, 3 home runs allowed. Down 3-0 as I've touched on early on in this game. Hey, less of me, now more of you. Let's get to the comments. You've got to feel good about this one. But this is the Red Sox at their best, right? You want to write them off. And with the Celtics losing and being eliminated from the NBA playoffs in the Eastern Conference semifinals on Friday night, the Red Sox right now, you can focus on the Patriots, but really you've got a long time to go before training camp, right? The draft is now in the rearview mirror for the Patriots. It's Red Sox time. And we've clamored for it. We've begged for it. Let this be the starting point. Let this be the starting point moving forward. All right, let's get to your comments. Who's starting us off tonight? The leadoff hitter? Is it Andrew the GOAT? Red Sox diehard. There we go. Come from behind, win. This is what I've been waiting for. This is what a lot of us have been waiting for. But now you have to build on it. This has to be the beginning of something good. The Red Sox needed this in a huge way. You were looking down 5-0 at losing a 5th straight game. Instead, largest comeback win of the season. You want a number of the night that we usually give to you later on in the broadcast? Going to plug in here for a moment. Red Sox had lost 8 straight 1-run games. That is now over. They'd lost 8 straight 1-run games. Now that streak is over. Adam Baum. Well, it was about time. Yeah. Hopefully this starts and run. That's what we all want. 100%. There's no doubt about that. Red Sox diehard. I don't think you're calling me out, but I'm going to call myself out. Red Sox diehard, that's our DH. And I've told myself I'm going to refer to Rafael Devers as the Red Sox full-time DH more often than not, and I haven't done that. But that is the DH for the Red Sox. I still think he's going to see time at first base at some point this year. I don't know when it is, and at this point in time, I don't care. Because if Rafael Devers does, and again, this is one of the best left-handed bats in baseball. He's a member of the Boston Red Sox. He's your guy locked up long-term. And if it's at the DH spot, Geez, you've had one of the best DHs of all time. DH going back to 1973 in the American League. Now across baseball. David Ortiz in the Hall of Fame as a designated hitter. That could be Rafael Devers down the road. But yes, Red Sox diehard, that's our DH, 100%. Aiden checking in. Aiden, what do you got? That's the way to hopefully start a big win streak. We're all of the same opinion right now. Yeah, this should be this you want to be the beginning. Lou Merloni, Red Sox TV, Red Sox radio. If you're following Lou on social media on the X, he does these, 1.5, 90-second, 2-minute videos where he's talking about the Red Sox while he's on a walk in his neighborhood. Or if he's on the road with the team, sometimes he'll do it, from a visiting city. But if you follow Lou Merloni, just go to his X page and take a look at the video from today. Because he really, in a way, clumsily, it's what I've wanted to say a long time with this club. You may clamor right now to bring up Meyer, to bring up Roman Anthony, and maybe John Smoltz or somebody said it tonight. If you're bringing those guys up, you're developing them this year. You're going to compete next year because they're going to take their lumps, just like Christian Campbell is now. But Lou Merloni really did break it down, and he probably got some backlash from people saying, "No, Lou, that's not the case. This team needs to win now." But you've got a lot of interesting parts with this club. Bregman is a veteran, tons of playoff experience with the Houston Astros. Devers is a veteran. Jarren Duran is still young. Are we putting together excuses for these guys? No, because I don't want to. You're in the big leagues. Your job is to produce. And I've been hammering on that with Jarren Duran, base running mistakes still. Cedon Rafaela, I don't give him a long leash. I get on Cedon Rafaela because he makes a lot of mistakes, in a given game. And sometimes one comes after another. But these guys are not finished products at the big league level. And Lou Merloni brought up in the minor leagues. I have a minor league background. And I don't know what it is present day. I don't pretend to. But back in the day, every coach, every minor league manager, those guys were grinding to get guys to the big leagues and be as close to a finished product as possible. I still think it's this way present day, but a lot of guys who are, former big leaguers, former minor leaguers, they're not in the minors anymore. But Lou Merloni basically made the point along the lines of, it's not about winning in minor league baseball. It's not. It's about development, but winning has to be a part of it. You can't learn and you can't continue to develop at the big league level and also learn how to win at the big league level. That's got to be the first one. Produce to win games. So, again, I encourage you to go back. Lou Merloni from Saturday on his walk, giving some thoughts on the Red Sox. It really put in, I'm not going to use the word perspective, but it just boiled it down to me, nuts and bolts as to where the Red Sox are. And Lou knows better than me. And again, I've been clumsy in trying to state a lot of what he was saying. Red Sox die hard. We haven't really seen the Sox battle back like this. No, absolutely not. Largest comeback win of the season, 4th walk-off victory. But the previous largest comeback was 2 runs. This was down 5-0 and 6-2. Devers' first career walk-off home run must have felt great. Yeah. You know what? And I bet you he hits at least one more. I bet you a nickel right now he hits at least one more this season. Dan checking in. Dan Berube. I know that last name, Berube. Probably no relation to the guy I know. Dan, walking out of Fenway feeling great. Horrible beginning, but that comeback was what we needed. And Dan, if you weren't with us from the beginning, I tip my cap to you and everyone at Fenway because you stuck around through Sweet Caroline, through the top of the 9th inning when Chapman gave up a couple of base runners, and then the walk-off. You were rewarded for sticking around. Maybe some people left. Shame on them. But they'll regret it. Aiden, one more. Massive win. Yes, indeed. Dan, yes, Bernie, Witt need to get back on track. That's big. It absolutely is 100%. And Dan, while you're walking out of the ballpark and you've got the Locked On Red Sox postcast on, thank you. That's outstanding. We're looking for more people like that, leaving the ballpark on a high note. Sometimes it's a low note, a lot of low notes of late. But that's terrific that you're on board with us. Much appreciated. More numbers of the night. We've given you a couple. Again, Rafael Devers, first career walk-off home run. 4-game losing streak is now over. And an 8-game losing streak in 1-run games also coming to an end to the Red Sox as well. More of your comments as well. Locked On Red Sox postcast. And we are presented by Game Time. Have you ever decided last minute, hey, let's go to the ballpark? Maybe you're with friends, maybe you're with family, maybe you're with both. Maybe it's game day and you suddenly realize you just want to be in the stands at Fenway. That's exactly where Game Time comes in. The easiest way to grab last-minute tickets without the stress. With the money you save on tickets, you may be willing to splurge on food, drinks, merch, or even invite a bigger group to come with you to the ballpark. Game Time makes that possible for you, friends, and family. Game Time makes buying tickets fast and simple. Prices on the app actually drop as you get closer to first pitch, and they've got incredible last-minute deals, clear seat views, and the lowest price guarantee that takes the worrying out of buying. Game Time is the official ticketing partner of Locked On MLB, making it easy to browse the app for an exciting upcoming Major League Baseball game. And hey, the Sox right now at home for their longest homestand of the season. 3 straight series against the Braves, against the Mets, and against the Orioles, who, by the way, fired their manager on Saturday. Game Time has last-minute ticket prices, last-minute tickets, and zone deals for big savings. Seat views right in the app. Before you buy, you know exactly where you're going to sit at the yard, and you're going to be ready for that. Take the guesswork out of buying your tickets with Game Time. Download the Game Time app, create your account, use code LOCKEDONMLB, and bang, $20 off on your first purchase. Yes, terms to apply. Again, create an account, redeem code LOCKEDONMLB, $20 off. Download the Game Time app today. Last-minute tickets and lowest prices are guaranteed. Locked On Red Sox postcast also presented by our friends at FanDuel. Hey, right now, you know the NBA playoffs are in full swing. Every night delivering highlight-worthy performances, major momentum shifts, and can't-miss moments. Whether it's a game-winning shot or a breakout player, there's never been a better time to get in on the action. FanDuel makes it easy to stay in the game. Before tip-off and live with player props, performance trends, and same-game parlays, fans have more ways now and more ways than ever before to play smart and win big. Maybe you're thinking right now Indiana is going to the Eastern Conference Finals and they're going to win it over the Knicks in 5 or 6 games. Maybe you're thinking Anthony Edwards is going to go for 30 or more points or 3 or more steals in game 1 of the upcoming Western Conference Finals. You could use those and you could play those in the same game parlay. New to FanDuel? Perfect time right now to sign up. Head to FanDuel.com, place your first $5 bet. If it wins, you're going to receive $200 in bonus bets. Make every moment more with FanDuel, official sports betting partner of the NBA. Keep the comments coming. Red Sox pick up the victory. Oh, boy, was that a much-needed win. For the guys right now celebrating in the clubhouse, I guarantee the music's loud. They're celebrating, they're eating, they're getting their treatment. They're all doing those things. And Red Sox fans, you got to feel good about it as well. But as we've established, this is what the Red Sox do. Just 6-10 in their last 16. But they end a 4-game losing streak, which was tied for the longest of the season. Still don't score in the first inning. That shocks me. Just 1 run now in the first inning over their last 13 games. I'm going to harp on that number of the night for a while now. Now 5-12 in 1-run games. I told you already. They snapped an 8-game losing streak. By the way, Atlanta now 9-11 in 1-run games, and it is the 9th comeback win of the season for the Red Sox. And what do they do? You know, when I go back to the box score, kind of going back and forth between different screens, you know, I do this for the Celtics. I do this for the Red Sox. I love doing it. Love being on board with you. When I look at the error total for the Red Sox, it's almost like looking at the assist total for the Celtics. No errors, errorless baseball for the Red Sox. Doesn't mean they are always going to walk away with a victory. But Duran, again, cutting down a runner at the plate. Verdugo, former Red Sox outfielder himself, for the final out in the 6th inning to keep it a 4-run game. Like the bullpen, that very much allowed the Red Sox to come back and win this game. Bernardino, scoreless inning. Birdie, hey, keep him around. Back-to-back days, 2 innings. He's going to be pushed back a couple of days. Whitlock, need that every 5 out of 6 times, not 3 out of 4. Whitlock continue giving up those scoreless innings through 22 pitches total. And then Chapman through 25 pitches total. And you knew, I don't know if you had this thought, it was a quick bottom of the 9th inning, but you knew when Chapman came off the mound in the top of the 9th inning throwing 25 total pitches, you knew he wasn't going to get the 10th if it got there. It didn't get there. Devers, walk-off home run. A lot to smile about. Hey, it's been a bad week. It's been a rough week for Red Sox fans. It's been a rough week for Celtic fans as well, as they're eliminated from the NBA Eastern Conference playoffs. Dan, feeling like 99% of the fans stayed. Great. And that's a great Saturday night at Fenway Park. It really was. On TV, even on radio, you could hear the fans into the game. Kyle, just found your show. Going to enjoy following. Kyle, welcome aboard. No time like the present. Appreciate you coming on board. Kyle, just so you know, and a reminder to others as well, we're on within minutes of the last out of each and every Red Sox game. We've only missed 2 this year because of doubleheaders. Other than that, we've got perfect attendance, so we appreciate you being on board with us. Marcus, this is just the start of a big run. And hey, by the way, it's not Memorial Day yet, but we're close. Next weekend. But by the way, just going to tell you this because this will put a smile on your face too. The Mets helped you out. The Mets are coming to town on Monday, but the Mets did help you out on Saturday with a victory against the New York Yankees. Again, we're not scoreboard watching yet, but we are. And we're not looking at the AL Eastern Division standings, but we are. But it's nice to pick up a game on the Yankees, right? Austin D, LFG. I got you, buddy. Baconator SR, Baconator Senior. OMG, a win. When you drop the OMG, I think of the movies. I can't think of the name now. There's 3 of them. Zach Galifianakis with oh man, I'm completely blanking here. Anyway, Jules turned off at 5-0. Duran caught stealing, was 6-all. Not going to watch till the 7th inning, LOL. Hey, I don't want to be blamed for telling you to go away and just come here for the Locked On Red Sox postcast, and you can join us in the misery or celebration. I don't want you to miss games. But yes, I've encouraged you basically to turn it off a little bit recently. I hope you didn't miss that. I really don't. Red Sox diehard. Yeah, hit that like button. Absolutely. Jules, I just said it's been a bad week, right? Jules, you're too giddy about 1 win. Enjoy responsibly. Jules, I take that personally. I feel like you're calling me out, and that's fine. But again, it's been a bad week. Hey, what's next? Bayo in the finale against Spencer Swellenbach. That could be a good pitching matchup, or they could both be out before the 5th inning. That's the way Major League Baseball is right now with starting pitchers. But we're going to be on board with you within minutes of the final out on Sunday for the series finale against the Atlanta Braves. And hopefully the Red Sox are looking at 2 straight wins and a series victory on their first series of 3 in a row at home at Fenway Park. Enjoy the rest of your Saturday. Enjoy this victory responsibly, according to Jules. Locked On Red Sox, #1 place to hang out immediately after every game. Locked On Sports, your team, your Red Sox, every day.